My name is Brittany Critchfield, and this is my discussion for post for servant leadership. So I decided to speak on adaptive leadership, which is a model that is about helping people change and adjust to new situations. The goal is to empower and encourage followers to think for themselves while problem solving. I appreciate this model because it takes the focus away from the leader and places it back on the follower. Their needs are being prioritized. As far as in my own personal practice as an APRN, this leadership is not only applicable to fellow healthcare workers, but also to the patients we provide care for. So how I desire to utilize this model is in educating patients and giving the power back to them, helping them adapt to their circumstances and learn how to care for themselves, with my assistance, of course, and forming relationship with them and making changes within their own lives. Within our scope of practice, as NPs, we're committed to meet the needs of society and make advances in healthcare science. This requires adaptation ourselves. So I like in the article posted and said that NPs are leaders in healthcare, combining the roles of provider, mentor, educator, researcher, administrator. So those roles are different in their own way, but all encompassing within us. And so it requires being adaptable, willing to learn, flexible. It really kind of, to me, encompasses this whole model of fluctuating within each of those positions to give total care to our patients. As far as cost effectiveness, this is a huge benefit of NPs. As a profession, we are much less costly and more effective compared to our MD, DO counterparts. This was shown in an article written by the Nurse Managed Center stating that NPs have less costly interventions, fewer emergency visits, and less frequent hospitalizations. So I believe this is accomplished by being adaptive, following the most modern evidence-based practice suggestions, and listening to our patients' needs. These are really great benefits to our patients and to the healthcare field, as well as we adapt and create more cost-effective cares for patients. For team-based care, with so many principles being incorporated in complete patient care, we have to be adaptive, innovative in creating plans to fully treat those in our care and working together. In closing, I think that adaptive leadership is a progressive model that I think is highly beneficial to the field, and I personally want to work on implementing it in my own practice. As a question to you guys, in considering limitations listed by Nordhaus in Chapter 11, how do you think this model can adapt to overcome them? Thank you for listening.